1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has warned that Pakistan would find it increasingly difficult to remain an inactive observer if India continues its military attacks across the line of control. The Special Assistant on Health today stressed the need of addressing the issue of rapidly increasing population on priority basis. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian authorities have further intensified restrictions in the name of security. Taking notice of India's human rights record, crimes against children and women and freedom of expression, a renowned rating agency has declared it as the fifth most dangerous country to live in. Iran says it will review cooperation with the International Atomic Energy Agency if it faces unjust measures from the European Union powers. Pakistan won its first match of the ICC Under-19 World Cup, beating Scotland by 7 wickets at Potchefstroom in South Africa today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has warned that Pakistan would find it increasingly difficult to remain an inactive observer if India continues its military attacks, killing civilians across the line of control. Reminding the international community about Pakistan's concerns over an Indian false flag operation, in a tweet today, he said the Indian occupation forces continue to target and kill civilians across the line of control with increasing intensity and frequency. He said in such a situation, there is an urgent need for the United Nations Security Council to pressurize India to allow the return of the United Nations Military Observers Group in India and Pakistan on the Indian-occupied Kashmir side of the line of control. Earlier, in another tweet, the Prime Minister said his government faces the same problems faced by the most experienced and accomplished statesman of the Muslim world, Dr. Mahathir bin Mohamad, in Malaysia. He said Prime Minister Mahathir bin Mohamad is confronted with an entrenched political mafia that has bankrupted and indebted Malaysia, leaving the state institutions devastated. The Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Information and Broadcasting, Firdaus Ashik Awan, says 368 sales points have been set up in the Punjab to ensure smooth supply of wheat flour to the people. Addressing a news conference in Sialkot today, she said indiscriminate action is being taken against the elements involved in the hoarding of wheat flour. Dr. Firdaus Ashik Awan said more than 25,000 tons of wheat is being provided to some 814 flour mills in the Punjab on daily basis. She said 400,000 tons of wheat has also been provided to the Sindh province on the directives of the Prime Minister Imran Khan. She said Sindh government has shown negligence in purchasing wheat in time. The Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Health, Dr. Zafar Mirza, has stressed the need to address the issue of rapidly increasing population on priority basis. Addressing the concluding session of the health conference titled Building Bridges for Better Healthcare in Karachi today, he said Pakistan has 2.4% population growth, which is one of the highest in Asia. He said people in the country are silently contributing in philanthropy, and there are many examples like the Indus Hospital and Shaukat Khanum Hospital. Dr. Zafar Mirza also stressed the need to take preventive measures to overcome tuberculosis and hepatitis on priority basis. The Minister of State for Narcotics Control, Shahryar Khan Afridi, has said redressal of grievances faced by the overseas Pakistanis is the top priority of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government. Addressing the imprisoned Pakistanis in Qatar during his visit to the Doha Central Jail, he said the government will go to any extent to ensure restoration of the sanctity of the Green Passport. The minister was briefed by the Director General Public Security, Major General Saad bin Jassim Al Khulaifi, on the facilities being provided to Pakistani inmates. Later, the minister visited the cells of Pakistani inmates who informed him about their problems. The Ministry of Federal Education and Professional Training, under the initiative of bringing religious seminaries into the mainstream, has started to establish regional offices for their registration. Official sources informed APP that talks between the government and the religious representatives remain successful in this connection, and the process of providing performer to Madaris for registration has been kicked off. The Baluchistan Governor Amanullah Khan Yassin Zai visited snow and rain hit areas of the province today to review relief operations. The governor visited Pashin Kila Saifullah, Muslim Baghs, Khan Mehtarzai, and other areas. The governor also instructed the concerned departments to take precautionary measures to deal with rain and snow incidents, as the Met Office has forecast more rains and snowfall in the province from Tuesday. He also appealed to the national and international organizations to provide aid to the snow and rain affected people of the province. On the occasion, the governor distributed ration, blankets, fodder for animals, and other items among the affected people. This is Radio Pakistan. The Minister for Kashmir Affairs in Gilgit-Baltistan, Ali Amin Gandapur, has said India has been involved in pre-planned collective genocide of unarmed Kashmiris for 7 decades. In a statement today, he strongly condemned the continued Indian state terrorism and said the whole valley is bleeding as the Indian forces are killing, torturing, and perpetrating grave human rights violations in the occupied valley. He said India wants to stop the eagerness of the Kashmiris for their just right to self-determination struggle through inhuman actions, but its nefarious designs will never succeed. Ali Amin Gandapur said Pakistan will express effective solidarity with the Kashmiri brethren on the 5th of next month and will continue its political, diplomatic, and moral support to the oppressed Kashmiri people till their success in the movement. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian authorities have further intensified restrictions in occupied Kashmir in the name of security during a visit by a group of Indian ministers to the territory. According to the Kashmir Media Service, people are forced to stay indoors and vehicular movement is largely restricted during the ongoing military lockdown and internet blackout on the 160th consecutive day today. India has been ranked as the world's 5th most dangerous country to live in. The Spectator Index, a renowned rating agency, in a tweet released a list of the most dangerous countries for the year 2019. The Spectator Index has rated the countries in view of the state of human rights, exploitation of marginal groups, sexual crimes against children and women, rights abuse, curbs on freedom of expression, and other social aspects of life. Iran says it will review cooperation with the International Atomic Energy Agency if it faces unjust measures from the European Union powers. Speaking in an open session of the parliament in Tehran today, the speaker, Ali Larijani, criticized France, Britain, and Germany for triggering a dispute mechanism in the 2015 landmark nuclear deal with Tehran under American pressure. American President Donald Trump has marked the 60th anniversary of the signing of the security treaty with Japan with a call for a stronger and deeper alliance between the two countries. In a statement, he said, with evolving security environment, it is essential that alliance between the two countries is further strengthened. It is pertinent to mention here that 6 months ago, American president had criticized the pact by calling it unfair. And now cricket. Pakistan beat Scotland by 7 wickets in its first match of the ICC Under-19 World Cup 2020 at Potchefstroom in South Africa today. Pakistan bowled out Scotland, who opted to bat first after winning the toss, for 75 runs in 23.5 overs. Pakistan achieved a victory target in just 11.4 overs for the loss of 3 wickets. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very cold conditions in northern parts of North Balochistan during the next 12 hours. However, rain with snowfall is expected at isolated places in northwest Balochistan and Gilgit-Baltistan. Fog is likely to prevail in the plain areas of the Punjab and Upper Sindh during night hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.